Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I am so ready. In 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, welcome to the lounge with Dinam Kanazi, where the redeemed of the Lord tell their stories. Today's one, it's very different, eh? What a year!
What a year. What a 2023.
Oh my goodness. So none other today I am with my one of my favorites. Honestly, this one stole my heart. To be honest, this one really stole my heart. So you're about to hear what we're about to talk about. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. I lost a dear friend.
You can always get
It
away
was
with it.
cutting off people. Today's topic will be talking about the recap of the year.
Yeah.
How it has been. It has been crazy. And also talk about the theme of next year and what we're looking forward to. And we hope you'll join us in the comment section. Tell us how this year has been for you.
We didn't just do makeup for people not to be engaged. You know how much work it is actually
True.
to put in the work. So recap of the year. You just literally said that it has been crazy. What has been crazy about it?
I think it only became good towards the end of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The beginning of the year, I've been struggling making ends meet. Yo man, it's been crazy. The beginning when the year began, I was in the process of quitting my job with no plan. I had no plan whatsoever. All I knew is that I want to leave this place. I can be more. Unfortunate enough, I had a very sweet and loving boss. I had the sweetest boss ever, you know. And I think what made it more like the cream de la cream is that she was saved, and I think that's why she could give me a little bit of more grace. Because that was my first job ever.
Wait. I feel like you're already like covering so much. Let's get first to the foundation. What really was your theme of this year? Before even going to 2024, what was the theme of 2023?
The theme of 2023 was be audacious.
Sure.
Do it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the do it anyway type of theme. That's why I could quit my job. Because I did not have a plan whatsoever. So I could do it anyway. I could just quit my job anyway. And so I had to be audacious. But guys, don't quit your jobs. This is not a sign to quit your jobs.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I knew I could be more, but I couldn't be more while I'm there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, then quit my job.
Oh my goodness. So actually first, how did you even get there? Like, okay, besides having this mindset of now I have to be audacious, like how did you even get there?
I had to imagine the life that I wanted.
Oh, okay.
Right. Like right now we're shooting a video.
So you always in this.
Yeah. I couldn't do that with my previous job because I had to be at work at 9, knock out at 5. So I had to leave the house at 6, get to the other stop at 8, have breakfast, and then go to work. Then coming back, I had to go back to the stop, have dinner, then come back home. So from 6 to 9, I'm not home.
Sure, okay.
You understand? So I knew that I don't have time for me. When I wake up, it's already the fact that it's my job.
Yeah.
I'm waking up, it's my job. Weekend is my job.
It's my job.
I could not go and listen to my friends preach, go to my friends' weddings, celebrate things with my family because I had to be at work.
Sure.
Understand? And I was at work Monday to Saturday. The only off I had was on Sunday.
And then like sometimes you still have to go to church.
Yeah. And I was always exhausted on Sundays. I was always exhausted. So the only thing I wanted to do on Sundays is sleep. It's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So man, that's how I got to a point where I'm like, this is not the life that I want to live. This is not what I'm looking forward to. I don't think this is how I want to spend the next 5 years of my life. And I wanted to have the freedom to do certain things. Yes, I have a job, but I also want to have the freedom to do certain things, the things that I absolutely love.
Because actually what I really loved was that you advise people, actually don't quit your job, but know when to.
Yes.
We're not saying that stay in that miserable environment, and you losing yourself, you cannot compromise, because as she literally said that it's my job.
Yeah.
There's so many things that let people be stuck in that environment just because, I have kids to take care of, I have me to take care of. But at the same time, we're not saying that stay in that toxic environment.
Relationship.
Mm-hmm.
People, places.
Sure.
Just know when to leave.
I feel like that's a big hit. Because as you move on in life, you will need it.
True.
Sometimes you will leave too early.
Yes.
Sometimes you will leave too late.
Yeah.
So it is important to know when actually to put a stop to every aspect in your life.
Yes.
Coming to your year. Okay, you said that the beginning of your year was kind of a bit rough.
It was.
Same to me.
Okay.
Honestly, because since I was doing my first year.
Okay.
For me, it was a lot because I wasn't really quite prepared, but I was at the same time. Because for me, actually being in a new environment now, I have to fall in place with it as well. It was a bit difficult for me. I felt like now I have to juggle everything and make everything make sense.
True.
Make everything make sense with all the questions. What are you doing? Are you ready for school? Are you funded? Are you this? Oh my goodness. I'm only literally just figuring out my year.
I just arrived.
Exactly.
I just arrived.
Please. I just arrived. I don't have my life figured out yet. The whole year is just a lot. Honestly, the beginning of the year, 2023, no.
It hasn't been it.
No.
It hasn't been it.
No. Sure.
In Feb, that's when I officially quit my job, because in Jan I was in the process. Feb, that's when the last income came in. Right? And I was like, God, I don't know what you have in place, but you better have something better than this, right? And in March was time to get ready for my graduations.
Mm-hmm.
And with finances being tight, I could not have everything I wanted. I could not have the actual suit that I wanted. I could not have the makeup artist that I wanted. I could not host a lunch with my family that I wanted.
But ma'am, you looked beautiful in red.
I know, because I had my mom who made sure that I get the best of what you could give. Understand? And that on its own was still the best graduation ever. And, I think it's just, I did want the lunch to celebrate, and mainly to see how far I've come. Guys, diploma is not popping face, okay? School is not popping face.
No matter what you're doing, no, yeah.
And in May April was the graduation. In May, I lost a dear friend in cutting off people.
I feel that we're still going to get there, because to be honest, you have so much to cover on literally not staying in toxic relationships as well. So I feel like that's on its own, it's a whole conversation.
Yeah.
So after that diploma, what happened?
After the diploma, I was busy with something on the side, trying to get into a different career path. It wasn't working out. Guys, it was not working out. I was pushing and pushing. It was just not working out. And the reason I pushed, I was like, okay, what if there's nothing else that I can do?
Okay.
I can't use my diploma because I need a degree to actually start working. And to get that degree, I need money to pursue that degree. And I was just like, okay, university wise, I need to give it a break while I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Something fishy is taking place with the finances. In May, I had to cut a friend off. It was a dear friend. Like when I say, guys, we were doing literally everything together. Every single thing. That person even trusted me to take care of their church when they were not around. They would say, come and look after my church, preach every Sunday, while I go preach the evangelism, the word, the gospel out there. And he would be gone for 2-3 months. I had to lead people that I'm not used to for 2-3 months. That's how close we were. And losing that particular person in my life, it hurt, guys. It hurts so bad. It hurts. That was May. In June, I got the best news of my life. That's when things started to look a bit clearer.
Okay.
I got into the program that I've been applying for 2 years. For 2 years, I've been applying and getting rejection. I applied again. And this time they're like, okay, girl, we see you ain't gonna stop. Because I wasn't gonna stop.
You pushed.
Yeah, I got in.
Okay.
When I got in July, the course started. In August was my birthday. The day after my birthday, the course, they were like, okay, we see you doing well. We want to offer you a scholarship. Because when I got into the course, when I started working, I had to pay the money back. So now they're like, no, you don't have to pay the money back because you have a scholarship now.
Oh my goodness.
I was
what a birthday gift.
Exactly. I was just like, yo, I'm in my 9th year and starting off so well.
Come on.
Starting off so well. And then there was September when now school was getting hectic, guys. It was getting hectic. But the scholarship still felt like a dream. Like I kept on pinching myself because now the scholarship gave me triple the salary I was getting in Jan. Like when I looked at the salary I was getting in Jan and what I have now was triple. And I was just like, yo, God, you have better. You have better. And in November, I was offered an internship that's going to start in Feb. So I basically, when I'm done, I basically have a job. Basically.
Hey!
So
this deserves a toast. Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
When I say my year started off on a rough patch and ended off so well, I can attest to that. I'm a testimony of that.
Oh my goodness. So actually I was a bit there's so much to grasp on that losing a friend. Like how did it feel for you actually to cut people in your life, especially the ones that you had such a great relationship with, even on being a pastoral relationship?
So I heard something this morning, right? The quote says, if it rains every day for at least a year, it rains every day, plants will grow, right? But also roses with thorns will grow.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
What that means is where you water constantly, good things will grow along with the bad things, right? Now, when you keep growing, you need to remove the thorns, right? And it was just that. I was like, okay, I'm constantly investing in my growth, right? Now, it means that certain people will not align with the human being that I'm trying to be, right?
Yeah.
They are aligning to the me now, right?
But not the one that I'm becoming.
Yeah, maybe let's say my values and my morals were that, let me put it this way, you can date people and have casual sex, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we are a friendship based on that. We date and we allow ourselves to be intimate with other partners. But now, as time goes, I see growth, I feel growth. I'm like, no, intimacy is supposed to be for marriage. and there is a reason it's for marriage. And once I dwell into the reasons and make them my values, right? If you don't take them and make them your values, we're basically not going through the same path.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now when you partake in those intimacies and they affect you the way they should, because those are consequences.
Yes.
And I'm not affected by those because I don't do them, and I'm doing something else. I am investing in my growth.
Yeah.
You understand? Your growth will be stunned, and we are now not going the same path.
Yeah.
You understand? And now when I do certain things, when I ask you, but why are you still having intimacy with that guy? You understand? It will piss you off because at first I agreed with you. You understand? It's what we agreed on. But now we don't agree on that anymore. You understand? And how can two walk together
unless they have agreed? That's amazing, because actually my conversations with you are none other than so blissful and so helping. And seeing that it is okay to literally let go of people, especially people who are not really letting you grow. I love you, but I love you better when you're not around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love me better.
Yes.
I love me better. Because you cannot be explaining to people where you are, who you're becoming. No.
Yeah. So once we don't align, I give myself time to grieve losing you before actually losing you.
What a preparation.
You understand?
Yeah.
It makes it easier for me to let you go.
Yeah.
You understand? And if there are people who are going to be asking me, do I regret cutting certain people off? I don't. One, it's for two reasons. One, I don't have regrets for anything in life.
Okay.
Anything whatsoever. You can go and fetch all my exes, go and fetch all my ex-friends, go and fetch the things that I've done in the past, go and dig my past. I don't regret any of it.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
The reason we regret is because we blame ourselves for not having that particular knowledge at that time.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
We say, I regret dating that guy. If I had known he was, if I had known, it's always if I had known. You didn't know.
So therefore you can't be accountable for that.
Yeah, you didn't know. Now you know. If you repeat the same action, now you can regret it because now you know.
Yeah.
You understand?
And you'll be so accountable.
So I don't regret anything that I have done. I have seen them as lessons and painful lessons at it. I do wish sometimes that I could have learned the lesson another way. Like, hey yo.
I feel like we all wish that sometimes. So that now since but Lord, there could have been a better way. But home.
Exactly.
There could be a better way.
Yeah, so I don't have regrets because I take my past as a lesson that will be fruitful in the future. Should I come across that particular situation, I'll be like, oh, I learned my lesson the painful way. I ain't doing this again. I'm definitely not doing this again.
Yeah.
So I don't have regrets for all the people that I've lost in my life. And I have always felt that I am really sorry to the people that have cut me off because maybe I was toxic to them.
True.
Maybe I was, I was not nice in a way. And to those who have not communicated what I have done to them, I do apologize and really hope that you guys find it in your heart to forgive me. But I don't think I've associated myself with people who don't speak their feelings.
Because actually what I liked is that as well, showing that sometimes we are the toxic people in other people's lives.
Yeah.
And actually they have cut us off because they've seen a toxic trait that they didn't even communicate. That's on.
Yeah.
Like now just somebody just cutting you off, and because if you communicate those things, I can be better.
Yes.
It's okay that you cut me off, but let me be better maybe for somebody else.
True. I think we need to remember that some people are just prefer not to communicate with it and just move on. And that is okay.
Yeah.
It's how we deal with what we deal with. And that is okay. That's really okay. But for me, I don't regret losing people in my life. Two, I said for two reasons that I don't regret them. And also the fact that they have had a play in my life. And I've come to learn that there are people who are here to just say hello and goodbye. There are people who came to say hello and leave some information and then leave. There are people who came to say hello and stay for good. And those who were anointed, appointed, and chosen to stay, regardless of the situation that we face, we are going to find our way through and we will still stay. So yeah, I don't regret losing people in my life, and I don't regret cutting off certain people in my life. Everyone is unique. I will never find another you. That's the sad part about it. But one thing I know about God, if you're not going to complete the mission, he'll find someone else to do it.
True. Oh my word. So when you started talking about people, that there are people in your life for a season, there are people just to say hi and bye, just politely walking through your life.
Mm-hmm. Hi,
they're window shopping.
Yeah.
But one thing that came to me is that do not hold on to a person who is meant to be there for a season.
Yeah.
You will get hurt.
You will definitely.
If you're stuck in the summer and it's winter now, you will get hurt. You won't be so productive.
Yeah.
So also what I'm sorry that I couldn't mention this, but Pastor Z, I feel like I robbed you of information. I honestly robbed people of information. But continuing that, when you say that God will actually, I'm paraphrasing, I feel like God knows how to move. He knows how to move on.
Yeah.
And he will literally find somebody to carry on where you left off.
Yeah.
So it's very important as well not to bag people.
Yeah. If you want to remember this, read the book of Esther. When Mordecai sent a message to Esther to say, hey, yo, talk to your king because we about to die. And Esther's like, hey, yo, you about to kill me. Understand?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna walk in his room and make demands. And Mordecai said something. He said, if you're not gonna do it, it's fine. You and your family, you will still die. But God will eventually save us. So if you're not gonna do his will for a particular person, that's fine.
It's okay.
That's okay. But one thing about his will, it will be done.
I like the word eventually.
Yeah.
Somewhere, somehow, eventually things will actually work and it will get into place. You will have, one thing about God, he knows how to replace.
True.
He can replace people in your life eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving the word. So we're still on the year to recap on the year.
Yeah.
There are things you did.
A lot.
That's somebody you introduced. That we literally, no one was literally expecting. Are you ready to share about that?
Yeah, I think because I've shared it on my channel before. It was like the first relationship in like 2 years of being single, and I was pretty excited. But one thing I'm thankful for is that even in my excitement, my mind was right. I still kept to my values, to my morals, to my self-respect and self-dignity, and it ended in less than 24 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it ended in less than 24 hours simply because I chose myself and my happiness and my peace. And one thing I will not settle for is a man who doesn't know if he wants to commit or not.
True. Yeah.
I was raised by a father that was very committed to being a father, to being a husband. And I get to be like kinga guy monna sa tshepahale ke ithutile guy.
We ithutile mang?
Yeah, monna sa tshepahale, you understand?
Yeah.
The values that my father raised me with is that he made me know that a man should be committed and a man should stick to his word. And a man who doesn't know where he stands, like the Bible say, two-minded man is like a very disturbed sea, you know. And a very disturbed sea is not a nice scene. It kills.
It kills. It does. Yeah.
And that way, that's how people kill you, with their words, with their actions, emotions, even physically, because their mind is not stable. They're not one with their mind. And I knew that I will not allow this person to kill me. Understand? It's fine, they can go hang themselves. You are more than welcome to do whatever you want with your life. But I will not allow that mindset into my space. So it didn't work out, mainly because of that. He didn't know if he wanted to be committed or not. And I was like, you know what, let me make that decision easy for you. The fact that you don't know where you stand, I know where you stand. You don't want to be committed. So I am excluding myself of this relationship. And yeah, it ended 24 hours later.
Oh my word, to be honest, when I heard at the time frame, because it was just everything at once, so many emotions at once, happiness. Okay, now we are thinking all of this happened like in literally 24 hours. Does that even call the relationship?
I doubt. I would doubt it. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't really call it a relationship. A relationship is when two are in agreement, you understand? And I don't think he was there. You understand? I don't think he was ready also to be committed in this relationship and give the best of him. You understand? I don't think he was giving anything in this relationship, so I do not consider it a relationship. But yeah, I would consider it like a test of my values. If I would really stand on what I mean for myself, and I'm glad I did that.
So sometimes I'm very thankful actually for you to say that, because I want people to understand that as long that sometimes you have not really seen the relationship part of it, you are still getting to know something, and you are allowed to leave.
True.
You know, you cannot be standing in a space where you are losing yourself and you don't know where you're going, yet you still want to call it a relationship. You are more than welcome to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get to your next year, so there was a constant time where you changed some things in your social media, and now we have seen a new name.
Yeah.
Yes, there was some time where Pastor Z, gave us a new name, and we're about to hear more about her, because not so many people can change their names, and and doing it, especially having so much. So how was that?
You know what? It wasn't really a change name. I've had the name. My dad gave it to me. I think sometime in the year 2011, and he was like, I identify you as Zimbabwe, right? And I was 11 years old. I was like, what the hell is that? I don't like that. But I just let him have it, because I was like, as long as it's not on my ID,
I'm okay with
it. And as time went on, firstly I had to grow to like my original name, because I felt like it was a boy's name. And the more I met females that had Rory as their name, I was like, okay, we're on to something.
Because honestly, there's a Rory very hungry for God. Jesus this, Jesus that.
Yeah, definitely. I met more Rory songs that were female, that were embracing their names, and I was just like, why can't I do this? You know? And I started falling in love with my name, and it was only this year where I was like, I want to use my dad's name now, because now I've embraced Rory Sang, but I also want to embrace this one. And I was trying to get used to Zimbali, but it wasn't giving.
It wasn't giving.
Yeah, but eventually I was like Zimbali zinhle, like beautiful flowers. And I was just like,
That's why.
Dad, you were onto something. And I think that's a part of him that still lives with me, you know. I don't remember my dad's voice. There are a lot of things that I don't remember about my dad, and this name is just one of the ways to keep the memories from my dad, and beautiful memories. Zimbali zinhle.
Like you can honestly hear within the name, like you're a flower, not even flowers,
Yeah.
just beauty. You can see her.
Yeah.
She's beaming with beauty.
Yeah. So I fully loved that name, and I was like, I need it on my everyday. I need this name on my everyday life, and went on the socials. I changed it on the socials, and yeah, man. And that new name came with a new identity, an identity that I know that I loved, and also that I know that my dad would have been proud of, and it was just, I was like, I need to become this person. There's this person that I'm seeing that I have the potential of being, and I need to become this person. And I was like, Zimbali is that person, you know. And every time someone calls me Zimbali, they remind me of the end goal, you know, of that person. And I think also my YouTube channel, that's why it's becoming, because that's where you guys will see me becoming that actual person. And a lot of people that will be growing with me on my channel will see how far I started, you know. And I mean, there are a lot of there's one YouTuber that when I look at her right now, when I look at her YouTubes now, I'm like, girl, we come for her. You used to do story times, you know, work as vlogs, but they were nice, you know. The work as is in a part of the camera quality, and most of the time you talk about how horrible your relationships went, and in my heart I would be like, God, this girl deserves love. And when I heard she was getting married, I was like, no way. This is beautiful, because I saw her become the woman she became. And during the YouTube channel, she did say that she cannot have kids. Hearing that she was pregnant, I'm like,
oh my God, it's like now we're literally rejoicing with you and celebrating with you.
Exactly. And that's what I'm doing with my channel, you know. I'm becoming, you know, Zimbali zinhle. And there are pieces of me that have already resembled her, and I will continue to resemble her, and hence the name change, you know, that bringing forth the name Zimbali zinhle, because I'm bringing forth that particular person.
Sure. So how is it when coming to relationships now? Because now people were so also embraced that name Rory sang. Then how is it now introducing Zimbali now to people around your circle?
You know, people still use my previous name. It doesn't bother me, really. It doesn't bother me. But they notice the change that is happening. You understand?
Really?
Yeah, and I always constantly say, no, that is Zimbali.
What are those changes?
The fact that I am very firm on my boundaries now.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Rorissa was a little bit more lenient, and it allowed people to take advantage of her, you know. And people don't realize this. If you let people take advantage of you, you are destroying your relationship with God. And I was tired of that. I was tired of doing the back and forth with God, because I'm like, no, we cannot be doing this, you know. And God was just like, it has to start with you. You are the one allowing people to deter you from me.
Sure.
Understand? And I had to strengthen the relationship that I have with God and stick to my boundaries. And those are one of the changes that are happening. Another change that is happening is that I am more involved with certain people, you know. I used to have the tendency of calling them when I need something, but now I'm more involved. I'm more intentional about building relationships and maintaining them. Because one thing that led me to cutting people off was that I was taking any and everybody in. Understand? Whether you align with me or not, I'm taking you in. You cool, let's get in. But I wasn't really checking if they are aligning with what God has for me. And I was just like, okay, now I need to align. I need to set boundaries, and I need to stick to the rules of the relationship that I have with God. And, you know, that led to a change of saying, okay, now people are not going to walk all over me. People are not going to take advantage of me. And people now respect me because I respect the relationship that I have with God.
Yeah.
You understand? People go, oh yeah, hey, you can't do anything to that girl and her God. You understand? And they respect me for that. And they respect the boundaries for that. And they see the change. You understand? So, yeah, those are one of the changes that are happening.
Sure. So, that is amazing, because now it is like literally I'm trying to embrace myself as well, because now it's just like a whole story all over. How did it feel when coming to people approaching you by Zimbale Zinhle? Because now they are not used to it. Do you feel like maybe they are not giving you grace that much, or?
I feel whole.
Oh.
I feel complete. I feel, like I said, I'm in my 9th year. I feel holistic in a way, and it's working for me. And I'm not gonna shove my name down people's throats. You are still allowed to call me Rory-san. That is still my name. But you're not gonna get the Rory-san you used to. So using my new name will help you adjust easily.
Yeah.
To say, yeah, it helps you adjust, but it's not doing anything to me. It just helps you adjust to say, hey, I'm not getting that girl anymore. You know? And yeah, so I'm not gonna shove my name down people's throats, and yeah, it's just that.
Either ways, I'm loving the double Z. So so apart from everything that you've told us, what are your... So what happened between, where were we among your months? What happened between September, November, and how was your vacation?
September wasn't really much. September, October wasn't really much. It's only in November when I got that job, and we are right in the process of training. We're gonna start soon. That will be on my channel. Yeah, we're gonna start soon. I don't really want to go into detail for that. I want like a separate video so that I help people understand. And December was just like a reflection. I'm looking back. I'm like, hey yo, man above. Hey yo, you got your girl. And yeah, I went on a vacation. Came back yesterday. The vacation was just, for me, it was a way of Thanksgiving, you know, being around nature, actually seeing animals, the sunrise, the sunset, the people, the joy, the unity, all things that describe God. I was just like, oh, this is beautiful to experience, you know. It was amazing. It was amazing, and it got me ready for the new year. I was just like, I'm ready to tackle this.
Let this year end already. Yeah. Because honestly, with just this year, I felt, honey, that you did deserve it. Like, it's just a lot.
It is. It is.
One thing about her is that she knows how to pour. She knows how to pour, and it's very important to know the vases as well that you're pouring into, the circles that you want to keep. I'm happy that you get to share the whole recap of the final one. What you been waiting for? 2024.
Yo, 2024.
Tell us the theme.
The theme of 2024 is patience.
To be honest, I'm not there yet, but Embracing my 2023.
Yeah.
Patience.
Patient. Waiting purposefully. I think that theme came because now, guys, my mind is always racing. I'm a creative. My mind is always racing. I want to do this and that and that and that. I have this idea and that idea now. I want to pursue each and every idea and da da da. And I want it to be fruitful now, da 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 da. But I was like, 2024 is patience. It's coming. And it was also because I saw a video. This lady, she was coming back from work, and it was raining. She is 25, 26. She works in retail, right? Her circle of friends, they all have cars, they are married, they have their houses, they have their families. She's the only one still feeding her family, working a non-paying job. Like, her life is literally a mess. So she's like, this one time I knock off work, it's raining, guys, I'm wearing the pumps. I have to go Kopalama taxi. From the mall to the taxi rank, I have to walk. And I walk to the taxi, I get there, I am wet. I'm wet. And it's like I was sitting there and I was asking God, like all my friends, they have cars, they have houses, they have families. Like, they don't worry about anything. And I feel like, for me, you ain't doing nothing. You're just sitting there quietly and watching me suffer. And she was like, I heard God say, wait, I will catch you up.
Oh, can you please hear that? Please say it again.
Wait,
I
will
will
catch you up.
Not you will catch up.
No. I will make sure that you are caught up.
Ooh.
I will catch you up. I listen to it and I'm like, okay, my mind is racing because I want to have all these things because that's what is expected of me. My peers have all these things. My peers have jobs, you know. My peers are starting to get their houses. Some of them are married, you know. And I was just like, I need to do something so that I can catch up there quickly, you know. And when I saw that video, I felt like it was for me. Like, chill, I'll catch you up. And when I got that scholarship, I was like, you caught me up by not only getting me an internship, you got me a permanent job.
Hey.
Like, I am permanent. I'm not even done studying, but I am permanent in that space. And I'm caught up, basically. I basically have a job even before I finish school. My peers had to finish school, then get a job.
Sure.
You got me the job without even finishing school. So I was like, oh, I get the message. Patient. So next year is patience. Every time I feel like I need to rush something next year, just wait. And it's also because of the lesson that I've been trying to get from God. I'm still waiting for the answers, guys. I don't have the answers yet. The question is, how do I know if I'm waiting purposefully? You know, because we always hear wait on God. But how do I know if I'm waiting right? You understand? Like, people will be like, wait for marriage. Like, what does waiting for marriage look like? You know,
sure.
Wait for your turn. What does it look like? You know, because when you wait for your turn at the doctor's office versus when you wait for your turn when your name is being called at the food court, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
You understand? So you don't wait the same way. We're waiting, but we're not waiting the same way. So I will also be learning the right ways to wait. And
sure.
I'm very much excited for that. So next is the year of patience and waiting purposefully.
Oh my goodness, I honestly cannot wait to also benefit from her learning as well, because to be honest, sometimes we don't know how we wait, but we wait a lot.
Yeah.
We just keep waiting.
Yeah, we keep waiting.
We keep waiting. Well, thank you everyone, and thank you to this gorgeous gorgeous young lady. So for people who wants to reach out on you on social media, who are you on Instagram, Facebook, and also please tell us about your channel. What is it called?
My channel is called Becoming with Rory. As I've explained, you guys will be seeing me becoming the woman that I desire to be. And also, it's mainly for young girls, you know, the teen girls that are looking up to you know, our generations and how we are doing it. And I really know that they will look back at my videos and say, hey, she started somewhere, you know, and she didn't have it all, but now she has it all. So that's what my channel will be bringing mostly. On Facebook, I'm Zimbali Zinhle Zulu. So is my Instagram. My TikTok is Rory with a heart.
Well, thank you everyone, and thank you us and Pastor Rory Zimbale Zinhle Zulu. Thank you everyone, and catch us next time on the lounge.